Hi Virgo, this is your forecast for the month of May 2018. This is a general reading for Virgo Sun, Virgo Rising, or Virgo Moon. For a more rounded overview, please watch your rising and moon sign as well. Now, the last week you have the World card, so you're ending on a major note. This is a week that can be, about travel again. Maybe this is international travel or dealing with people at a distance. Could be on the internet or foreign affairs. So you're trying to reach that goal. You were taking in information. You had to reevaluate. Maybe you withdrew in order to do that, or you got some advice. You got fired up about a project, or you realized the lack of commitment that was there. And this is a week where you're going to wrap some things up. You're coming full circle, and either you're standing on top of the mountain as a winner, you've achieved something, you've reached your goal, and now something is reaching its natural conclusion. You're ending it so you can start something else. You feel a sense of triumph, or, things didn't go the way that you planned and you feel like there's some unfinished business. Maybe your success is delayed due to that timing issue, or you feel frustrated because there's just all of these loose ends that you were supposed to work on, and yet they're still hanging around. They're pending completion. There's some obstacles, some challenges, and you feel like you're in a rut. And maybe it's because of that lack of commitment, either on your part or someone else. Maybe you didn't finish something that you started, or you quit too soon, or you don't want to change, or what came out of the situation was unsatisfactory to you, and you feel a sense of insecurity about it. But in the positive, this is a week of fresh starts. You get a second chance at something. Perhaps that opportunity that came to light, or that decision, or that reevaluation. And so you're going to have to put aside your bad habits, your emotional dependencies, because you recognize those aren't helping you to achieve. Those are keeping you stagnant, and you want the best possible outcome. Again, this could be more focus on your physical and emotional health, and doing a good job at something, whatever that something is. So this is a great week for you to start over, change your attitude. If you had health issues, maybe you need to, look at what your diet is. Maybe you need to exercise more. Maybe you want a new job and that was on offer and you had to decide whether you wanted it, or maybe move in a particular direction with a relationship. Whatever it is, you're having to have a sense of compassion in order to move forward. That's especially important if through the Hermit you triggered some kind of confrontation. It's going to be important to extend your forgiveness to others, to accept forgiveness, because that's the only way you're truly going to have a clean slate. And the only way you're going to create that positive outcome. This is now you're tying up loose ends, closing out karmic situations, and you want to create good karma for yourself. This is a week of initiative, being a self-starter, and you could have some fortunate things occur for you, either business, socially, or romantically, or some opportunities that cross your path. And if you are motivated and you're using that Knight of Wands to be fired up, and not the lesser part where there's a lack of commitment, you could hold on to some new resolutions you make, and you're going to feel better about yourself and better about whatever it is you're involved in and what you're doing. In fact, you're going to feel so good that if you had a confrontation with somebody, if you had some competitors or some opponents, you're going to sway them to come to your side, and you're going to find it much easier to achieve the ends that you're seeking, and doing so peacefully and diplomatically. So you're bringing opportunity to yourself. You're just being your natural best. And because of that, things are arriving for you. So you may be making great strides, whatever those may be, whether it's a project, medically, legally, whatever it is that you want to accomplish. If you are compassionate, forgiving, if you have decided that you want to start over and do better, go bigger, you're going to create positive change in your life. But for some of you, again, you're dealing with that stagnancy. There's a lack of commitment and you want to move forward. You feel pressure to. In fact, you want to move in a different direction because you know intellectually that it's better for you, but you have this tendency to fall back in a rut and do what's most comfortable for you. So if you try to start something and you don't have all your ducks in a row, it's going to be hard for you to move forward, even though you picture something. Regardless of the effort you put in, you just don't have all those details, all those loose ends wrapped up that allow you to move forward. And you have to be careful about going too far, overextending yourself, whether that's, spending too much money or overstepping some emotional boundaries, which you very well could do because you have those cards that speak of confrontation or pulling in some intrigue or drama. So you may decide you're going to come up with some kind of scheme. You're going to cut a corner or try to move through the back door. You're going to become either too daring or too devious, and other people are going to be looking at you and wondering what's going on. You're going to make them feel uneasy about what you're doing. So this is a week to be enthusiastic and yet again realistic, practical. You have to set realistic goals that make sense in order to feel that sense of fulfillment and achievement. So this is knowing what your limitations are and not going beyond those. If you need to say no to something, it's important that you muster up the courage to do so. This is a week where, for some of you, you're still going with this decision to withdraw. There's a lack of commitment to the world. Maybe you want some solitude. You are seeking some kind of sanctuary, or you feel re-energized. You're getting back in the mix. But you're definitely mulling some things over, and that's a theme for you during this month. You're doing some inner listening, and that may require rest and withdrawal. Or it could be, figuring out what to do to get back into the game.